Andrew Wiebe here with MLSsoccer.com. Next to me, former U.S. national team player Cory Gibbs. And Cory, behind us on this very field is where the U.S. national team qualified for the 2014 World Cup. They are going to Brazil, 2-0, the fourth straight time here in Columbus that they've done that to Mexico. Mexico now fifth. The U.S. got 16 points here, and with a result in San Pedro Sula, they are on their way to the World Cup. But it didn't look like it would be that way for a while. The start of this game was a little bit shaky for Jurgen Klinsmann's squad. The Mexicans had a few chances in the early going, got behind the American defense, but in the end, Eddie Johnson, Landon, Donovan, second half goals that got the job done. 2-0 once again. But for you, what was the turning point? What was the time when we knew that this game had changed?
I think the biggest turning point is when Klinsmann made that change at halftime and put Parkhurst at right back. It really solidified the defense. Giovanni Dos Santos wasn't as nearly as dangerous, and the U.S. had more possession of the ball.
Certainly a huge change for Jurgen Klinsmann at halftime. The U.S., of course, have two more World Cup qualifiers to finish out the Hex. They'll host Jamaica in Kansas City and then go to Panama City to face Panama. Klinsmann said, look, we're going to treat these games just like any other. There's only so many chances to prepare for Brazil, but the big question now, Cory, is what will happen once they get there? I think the expectation from fans, from media even at this stage, is the knockout stages for the U.S. Do you think they can make it there? And if they do, what kind of noise can they make in Brazil?
I mean, 100%. This is one of the most talented sides in U.S. history. You know, if they didn't get out to the knockout rounds, it would be a huge disappointment. I think they'll get there, and then when you're in the knockout rounds, anything can happen.
Well, of course, tonight, that is not the focus for the U.S. national team. They spent their time in the locker room drinking champagne, celebrating. Let's hear from them now after this historic win.
It's always nice to win against Mexico. And Costa Rica, that was a tough game. We lost. We hadn't lost for a long time, and then we came here and we did what we're best at. We win games.
You know, 10 years ago, we wouldn't have had an atmosphere like this. So our sport is growing tremendously, and I think everybody's excited to have a chance to have a World Cup in Brazil. I think that's probably the best place you could ask for, to have a World Cup, and we're excited to go.
To play in it, to start in it against Mexico, it was just it was just an amazing feeling, and it's been a really fun summer with the Gold Cup and now this, and so just trying to keep it going.
There's a resilience about this group, and it feels special to obviously beat Mexico and get ourselves qualified, and people are going to remember this game, and you know, 15, 20 years from now they'll be showing it on the big screen.
Well, that's all we have here from Columbus. A 2-0 win for the U.S. national team. Check out all the extended coverage on MLSsoccer.com. For Andrew Wiebe and, of course, Cory Gibbs, thanks for watching. And as the American Outlaws chanted all night, we're going to Brazil.